You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. I thought by eliminating half of life, the other half would thrive. But you've shown me that's impossible. I'm thankful. Because now, I know what I must do. I will shred this universe down to its last atom. And then, create a new one that knows not what it has lost, but only what it has been given. A grateful universe.
I said we'd lose. You said we'll do that together too. We lost. You weren't there.
I am inevitable.
Hello everyone. We'll get to map picks in just a second, but I wanted to come up before, he ran off, because if I'm not constantly petting him, he will, figure out that there's other places in the apartment, but... Hi? Hi. Alright, so before we get into this, let's go ahead and take a look at what maps we will not be seeing. So it does go ahead and look like we've got, obviously you saw we were on Battlefield of Eternity. We are going to not be seeing Braxis or Dragonshire because CM Daybreak hates fun. And then Hardstuck does go and get rid of Tomb of the Spider Queen, as well as Cursed Hollow. Or if I want to say it in the other voice, Cussed Hollow. Okay, that wasn't a very good Ravenlord voice, but you know what? Deal with it. Hello, Hoku and Ara? Well, I mean, yes, it's seasonal appropriate, but at the same time, I'm goth, it's always Halloween. They are, I've got both of them, although Bug was trying to attack my foot. Oh, who came back? Look at the little beans. Look at the little beans. Okay, I'll stop. So we do have, in terms of bands, I suppose I should actually focus on the game. That might be a thing that I'm, a good caster supposed to do. We do go and have Li Ming and the lad Anduin being removed from the game by CM Daybreak. Would you go ahead and get... Wait a minute. They're on the wrong side. Because Venus is definitely on CM Daybreak. Unless I'm, losing my mind. I'm just going to verify real quick, but I'm very sure. So Hardstuck Support Group is Random Engineer. So yeah, Heartstuck support group is it's backwards. Oh, I know why it's backwards. Because for whatever reason the like playoff thing wouldn't load, so I had to go back to their match during the season. Thank you very much, Weenus. I appreciate you rubbing your bits all over my stream. So there we go. We do have Johanna being the first pickup by Heartstuck support group. We will see Stukov coming out of Rackham the Rackham. Zombie healer versus like purger of corruption. And we have Blaze coming out. Yeah, Huko, I realized that I didn't think about it, but because for whatever reason the playoff thing would not load for me, I had to just like go back and find their match for the new season, and that was swippity swappity. Get off of my property. So we have Blaze and Stukov so far, no tank yet. Now here's of course the thing, because obviously if they don't pick a tank, they won't be able to pick a tank, so I would not be surprised to see a tank banned out. Though honestly we have not been looking at a bunch of tanks so far. Syl does come in with Deckard, Hanzo being picked up, so we don't have an offlaner yet on the side of Heartstuck, and we don't have a tank yet on the side of CM. So we may see some of that Blaze doesn't want to run into. The big one that jumps out at me for that is Leoric. Although at the same time, Leoric isn't particularly the best at this map. It's a little bit more wide open, and it's not like you really fight the other offlaner that much. Most of the combat, like the majority of the game, is taking place in 5v5 around the Immortals, so a little less so interesting. I don't necessarily think Zul is good into Blaze. I don't think he's bad into Blaze either. Like, I think Zul is an okay matchup, but it's like the only real matchup I hate as Blaze is Leoric. Leoric just, like, whiffles my beans. That's a word now. To go and have on the other side, the final ban. Now, this could be a tank ban, though they haven't banned a lot of tanks yet, so I don't know. I mean, like, maybe a Diablo, maybe a Garrosh. Loktosh Garrosh. Did you go and get rid of the Varian? It was kind of all over the place on this one. So you're going to have... We still need both DPSs on the side of CM Daybreak. And we still need the tank. Now, tank is obviously no big hurry. So the question is, what do you want to save? I'm guessing we'll see a tank and a DPS here. DPS seems to be a little bit more flexible, a little bit more responsive than the tank is. They won't take, Variant. Okay, they're making me look like a fool. We do go and have Jaina and Zul Jin coming out. Axes and Ice. I'm sorry, I'm like imagining some like really, like party in the suburbs from some kid that thinks he's tough, and he's got like Natty Ice and Axe body spray, and he's like, yo. I may have gone to high school with that kid. Just saying.
The hunt is on.
Oh, my drinks are empty. That's bad. We do have Thrall coming out. So will we Thrall into Blaze? I do like Blaze in this matchup, but Thrall is not bad. Like, Blaze just is able to heal consistently enough, but at the end of the day, neither of them is going to kill the other. I do think Thrall will slowly win, but it will be so slow that you're not going to see anyone actually dying in that lane. Lunara and Hanzo versus... That's a main tank Blaze? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a main tank Blaze. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. Main tank Blaze is coming out here, and we're going to have Leoric in the offlane going into Thrall. Aura? How dare you comment on the thing I'm talking about at the same time? You're like 30 seconds ahead. Is there no delay? What the heck? How very dare? However, here we go into Battlefield. Let me get the predictions up. Let me let you put your money where your mouth is, and I will see you in the game. Just kidding. So we will go over here. We do have game number 1 coming out, representing Heartstuck support group in the blue trunks. We have Heathen Dawn playing the This is not seasonal. What is this Christmas scene? Christmas skin doing on my October game? What the heck? We do have Sil coming out on the Old Man Deckard Cain. Smack Loud will be coming out here on the Johanna. And we do go ahead and get Omar G. Or Omarg? Can I say Omarg? Is that a thing now? Coming out onto the Hanzo. We do go ahead and get the Thrall up top being played by Random Engineer. Going up into Aaron. Aaron is playing the Skeleton King. The Bone Warrior, King Leoric. We do go and have Tibbus Jet playing the main tank Blaze. We do go and get MVP coming out here onto the Zul Jin. Rackham coming out onto Stooky the Stukov. And then we will go ahead and get Venus on Dread Lady Jaina. Now, this is how you play a season-appropriate skin, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this blessing of gothiness. Okay, I'll stop. Alright, there's Aaron Random Engineer, trusty that up top. There is some motion being made down below. There's a fool, can't you see? Was that? Did they actually just send MVP up there in order to distract them? I think they did. They were all up there, and then they killed the Wisp, and they're like, haha, you don't know we're down here. But guess what? They do know where they're down there, but it does not matter. We do go and have the Khazra camp being picked up. There's a nice route. Blaze is not going anywhere. Tempest, wait, I think that was just a panic D. Like, press the D in order to make sure, haha, I'm on fire, I'm on fire. You don't want to fight me now, do you? Alright, we do go and have them moving in. Not a lot done, but that will give a slight experience advantage over to the side of CM Daybreak. Random Engineer is slightly winning this fight with Auron, but only a little bit. Did I say Auron? But here's a Venus. The Dread Lady himself is coming up here in order to go ahead and take this. This is scouted out by Thrall, but there's not a whole lot they can do about it. Cannot run into... Oh, but MVP is super low. Tibbus Jet is on the wrong side of the battlefield. Hello, John. I hope you were doing well. So this is going to be, now they end up only a little bit ahead of experience. Both teams are now making a beeline for their, but why by the way, why is it called a beeline? Have you ever seen a bee fly? They do not fly in a straight line. Bees fly like some kid from the family circus. Alright, here we go. It does look like aggressive positioning. Immediately we do have the Zul Jin goes ahead and does a little cuts himself. Like, honestly, I don't know what they're actually doing. Oh my gosh. That is a massive silence. Jaina had nowhere to go, all dressed up with nowhere to go. And that's when we first kill over to the side of the heavy Heartsuck support group. I said heavy, I don't know why. Oh, Hanzo, you little sneak. I'm not sure how Hanzo had vision of that, but obviously they did. I think there must have been some targeting, and then as the animation was queuing up, he moved behind the gate, but it was already targeted. It was a magic arrow. However, up top, Aaron has gone ahead and gotten through the front wall, is doing damage to the actual fort. Nice bit of damage comes through, but do we obviously, with the loss of Jaina, have the first half of the phase being won out by Heartsuck support group. We are moving in. Here comes Aaron. Aaron goes ahead and goes in, starts draining hope. There's a big old blast from Blaze. Stuns two of them. Here comes the rest of the team. They're going ahead and trying to move aggressively into this, seeing if they can get any pickoffs. Smack Loud is getting smacked softly. Only down to about 60%. Here's Smack Loud once again. We do have Zul Jin doing what they can on the other side, going ahead and trying to just axe their way. Aaron takes a good bit of damage, just trying to move in here. There's another Dorito, goes ahead and, oh, Venus is once again, but, we have both DPS down to the might of Blaze. This is going to be, blue team is preparing, they did get the Immortal, but what does it cost them? The answer is everything. Thanos, answer that question. So I am not sure this will get a whole lot of value. Here comes the entire kitchen sink moving up here in order to be mean to the immortal. He's really obsessed with marching to Hell's Gates. I know I say this every time. My problem with casting this map is that we're always on the side of the angels. We're never on the immortal side because we're always with the team in blue. And that sucks because my favorite voice line in this map is from the demon side. Doesn't apply quite as much to like this match, but sometimes you'll hear the demon be like, "The angel could not stop me. None of you can." And the thing is, I'm like, bitch, Diablo is in this game. I'm pretty sure he can stop you. He's a prime evil. You've got pimples. We do have everyone moving back. Once again, the offlaners have gone to the other lane. The immortal got almost nothing done. Nice double stun from Tempest. Does go ahead and move into the silence. Heathen Dawn having a little bit of trouble. Venus does not have a lot of health. Does have to get out of the Dorito. Will do so. There's a little bit of healing coming from Rackham. Aaron getting experience. We do have level 10s now online on the side of CM Daybreak. We are going to go ahead and see a Ring of Frost come out of the Jaina. Massive Shove, Taz Dingo, Entomb, and Bunker Drop. Also, I need props on that impression of the Immortal. That was really good. Or at least it sounded really good from where I'm sitting. So we do have aggressive positioning coming out. Tempest, Jet, and Aaron are just running into the other team. Guys, be a little bit careful. The rest of your team is not nearby. We do not yet have level 10s on the side of Hardstuck. They did fall a little bit behind, unfortunately, thanks to that like massive couple of kills that happened in the last fight. There's a root coming out, a little bit of trouble for Blaze. Blaze moves back, cannot take potion. Potions are like team specific for some reason, but nice. We did have the Ring of Frost come down and went ahead and froze Hanzo in place. Did not let him get away. I won't let you down. New version of that song with Ring of Frost. I won't let you go. No, I won't let you go. Alright, and there we go. We do go on and have a very, very strong Immortal coming out. Belith is going to be moving to bottom lane. And Thrall does have to go top. It does look like all 5 members, 5 fingers to a fist, are coming down here and about to just ram into this wall with their big old beefy demon friend.
The demon approaches the gates of heaven.
Oh my gosh, there was a big silence came down. Lunara had nowhere to go, and it looks like Jojo will... So pick me up before you Jojo. I'm sorry for singing so much. I just enjoy it, and I will not stop. Thrall has come back down. There is a pretty good wave push forward, but this is where the action is. It does look like Jojo is about to come back. There's a girl with my work named Jojo, and she put in her notice today, so she wants to play more Heroes of the Storm, obviously. And you know what? I don't blame her for that. I think that's a good life decision. My gosh, CM Daybreak is just running away with this. Like, this is the second Immortal of the game, and they took a fort and the keep wall. Hello?
The demon has fallen. He will rise again.
It does look like we do go and have Sundering coming out of Thrall, Dragon's Arrow, Blessed Shield, Thornwood Vine, and Stay a While and Listen. So they want to go ahead and make this a... Is it a hat trick when there's only 2 forts? I mean, like, most maps is 3 forts, and so you make a hat trick by taking all of your opponent's forts. I don't know what the term is for taking 2 of your opponent's forts when there's only 2. A bandana trick is not quite a full hat. We're going to go with that, make it going for the bandana trick. And there it goes, the full bandana. Here's a question for you guys. If you guys were wearing a bandana, what would it look like? What kind of swag do you rock when your bandana is out? Alright, it does look like these are about 15 seconds from finishing. So they will come up right as the Immortal does. We have CM Daybreak staging up around their opponent's Immortal. Looks like we may have a race on our hands.
I will deliver this realm from your corruption, Hellspawn.
Yeah. Thrall got a little bit too gutsy, and looks like the other team, I'm not sure what, I thought they would have a pretty significant lead, because now they're just going to be collapsed upon. It is 5 versus 4 at this point, and there goes Smack Loud. I do believe I saw the Entomb come out, did I not? Yes, I did. Entomb did come out, and that's going to be a double kill for the side of CM Daybreak. We're going to go ahead and have them ripping into their opponents. Have another big, beefy Immortal moving to the top lane, most likely. It does look like we're now getting Thrall back, but Johan's not for another 10 seconds, and we've already triggered halftime. So, definitely a lot of very powerful plays being made by CM and Daybreak. Can this be fought back? It does look like Jo is on her way. Oh, we did go ahead and have an EU arrow move through. That's a massive stay wallow. That caught 4 people in it. There is an unkillable Kazdingo moving through. Zul'jin is going to have to heal up real quick. They did lose to Jo once again. Silence comes down onto Random Engineer. Random Engineer comes in, massive stun, and there goes the healer. No more healer for CM Daybreak. Thrall goes down, and so CM Daybreak do go ahead, and they are going to get the 2-for-1 and also the Immortal. Belith is in the top lane and starting to march towards the gates of heaven. Thank you very much, Tiger. That's excellent support there. Excellent support. I have no idea what that voice was. Don't ask. Let you down. To go and have the Entomb come out onto Syl. No immediate follow-up though. Syl is not going to manage to land into any of that. We do go and have a decent bit of damage. Yeah, a lot of people got caught in that, but no one actually dies. We do have 17 is on fire up at the top of the screen with 11 kills to 3, and they are looking up to go ahead and get this camp. Turn all the white on the map into blue. And what we doing here? Are they Smack Loud? Smack Loud? That is not how you... Alright, okay, that's massive. We do go and have the big shield comes out, catches a whole bunch of people, just keeps them in place, and that's going to be a triple kill on the side of Hardstuck support group, clawing their way back into this game. They're about to lose their top fort, or top keep, but they did go in and get a triple kill, and they can definitely start to equalize this game. Okay, Aaron, I'm not sure what you think that's going to do. Like, I mean, Syl has a little bit of trouble getting... Oh, actually, more trouble than I thought. That almost did actually work. I was kind of making fun of you. And then you're like, don't make fun of me. I'll beat you up. I'm actually really impressed that Aaron got out of that. It looks like Thrall will barely hold all of this off. It was close, but we do still have 7,000 shields on this.
You and all your servants in hell will cower before me.
So once again, we are looking for a fight. Smackloud being collapsed upon just a little bit. Lots of damage, down about half health. There came the Unstoppable, but hey, Unstoppable doesn't get you through walls, buddy. We do go and have the Blaze goes forward. There is a massive cataclysm comes through. Goes in and stuns 4 members of the enemy team. Aaron does not have a lot of health, but you know what has even less health? It's Hoppy Deer, Dead Deer. Venison is on the menu. I know it took me a long time to come up with that follow-up. I apologize, except I kind of don't. I'm going to come up here and go and defend this. We'll have the Immortal going to bottom lane unless they can manage to claw this back, but it looks like, I think that's fairly unlikely. You're still 20 seconds out from Lunara. They're being a little gutsy coming out here. Like, I guess they know there's only 4 members of the enemy team. Here comes Belith once again. His lowered horns ready to go. There was a massive shove to get Smackloud out of here. Now that flew over. That actually caught Random Engineer as it flew down, because you do get vision directly underneath it. But that may not matter. Hanzo goes down, but Rackham has almost no health. The bunker is just about gone. Bunker was used in that. It is 1 for 1. We do lose the Hanzo for the healer. This ends up being 2 for 1. That's actually really bad. Bellis is moving forward, going ahead and taking aggression against this keep. As Alarak says, your keep has been taken. Oh, the irony. I really like his voice, I'm sorry. Yeah, this might be the end of the game. They're trying to fight back to below they can. Random's running around. There's a lot of potions on the ground, but it does not matter. There, Belith goes ahead, lands massive hits, and there we go. End of game number 1. As CM Daybreak, the underdogs, come out here and say, under what? These underdogs are overcast right now because the sun is up. Looking at the stats at the end of game number 1, we do go and have 44,000 damage coming out from both Leoric and Thrall. Off lane aggression. Let's go. Healing wise, we do have 82. Honestly, that's the difference. Like, the damage numbers are very, very, very close to each other. You know, a slight edge on the blue team, but not very much. But holy wow, 82,000 versus 57,000. Lots more healing coming out of that Stukov. Really, really, really keeping the team alive. And that's largely why, even though the damage numbers are almost the same, we had twice as many kills on the side of CM Daybreak. Would you go ahead and get the Leoric leading the way in the soak? 18,000 to 15,000. Talent-wise, we got those. Here you go. We didn't quite get to level 20 on the side of Hardstock Support Group. There was a very, very consistent level lead from the side of Daybreakers. But here are their talents. Copy them down. Take them into Storm League. Get all of the epic and amazing wins. And I will see you in game number 2. Woo!
Faithless coward.
I return.
I stand with you.
Your destiny.
Never cross the Queen.
I hear the wilds call.
Tremble before me.
I'm searching for an apprentice. Someone to train in the art of righteous warfare.
I once ruled Ashol-Meru. Then came a war I could not win.
ladies and gentlemen, I just realized how, like, with all this lighting and, like, the dark background, especially my shirt being, like, dark on this side, it's like there's this brilliant caster just showing up from these swirling mists of confusion. Hi. We are here on Infernal Shrines. Once again, we do go ahead and have Hearthstone support group automatically won the coin flip before we started because we're in playoffs and that's what happens. Higher seeded team just wins the coin flip. There are no coins here. We do go ahead and they did choose first pick the first game, and after they lost, they were like, we still want first pick. So apparently, CM Daybreak just has a thing for Diablo maps. So in honor of Diablo maps. I just checked my Diablo Tarot for this game, and I got Vala, or more correctly, the Nine of Wands. So that's a thing. But look at Vala, she's so cute. Oh, and you banned Vala right as I draw her card? Oh, that is just rude. That is. Also, actually, why are we banning all of the Diablo heroes? I'm sorry to think that we go into Diablo maps just to be mean to the Diablo heroes. That is not polite. I'm not a big fan of that. Also, for those of you that don't know the tarot, the Nine of Wands represents resilience, courage, persistence, and upholding your boundaries. So that means that the team that is victorious here will do so by having a strategy and sticking through it, not being reactionary, being like, this is how we're going to win this map. They have a plan, they have an idea, and they're going to follow through and just ride their opponent into the ground. I do also have to say, that to me kind of says CM Daybreak may win this, only because they were the ones that came to this map, so they are the ones that theoretically have the better plan. They knew they were coming here. When you take first pick, it means you are very, very interested in certain heroes, but you don't know the maps, you don't have a plan for that specific map. We do have Blaze coming out from Random Engineer, taking it away from their opponents. Rackham does come back with Stukov once again, and then they'll say, okay, you take our Blaze, we'll take our Joe, let's go. But here's the question, will Random actually maintain Blaze, or is Random taking Blaze to the offlane? They banned out Leoric, which should have been a bit of a clue for Blaze, because Leoric, like I mentioned, is the worst matchup for a Blaze. Blaze! Bet y'all didn't know you were getting a tarot lesson when you came here today. Ooh, Syl coming out with Tyrande, and then Chromie with Heathen Dawn. So we got the big fire boy and then the little elf and the littler gnome. So what are we in? We do not yet have a tank or an offlaner. Like, that's the question. Which do you think Blaze is? Are you going to ban a tank? Obviously, they think Blaze will be the offlaner. They're not going to get jebaited by the fact that they Random is a tank. But on the other side, they definitely don't have an offlaner. So if Blaze is the offlaner, who do you not want to see? If Blaze is not the offlaner, well, still, who do you not want to see in the offlane? Although you could also go for a DPS pick. You have to go in and say, Hogger is annoying for Blaze. He's unstoppable, and he doesn't get stunned very easily. And he's just not a nice man. Some might say he's not a man at all. We do go and have the Zul'jin come out once again, but this time Zul... Remember last time Zul did get banned? They did not let Zul come out, but this time, they banned out Leo and Hogger instead. Oh, come here. You saw the little one before?
From order comes justice.
Cat, please. Cat. Here's your big boy. Say hi, Bug. Say hi. Hi. Want to show off your beans? No, you don't. You're like, will you put me down, please?
Vanquish the weak.
And put in the microphone. Oh, you're not quite loud enough. It's smart and knows that's not a human voice. And it's specious against cats. Here we go. I did not pay attention to the last couple of ones, but let me get into the game. Let me get the predictions back up, and I will see you in just a second here on Infernal Shrines. So, coming into game number 2, we do go ahead and have Syl is going to be playing the Tyrande. Not Tyrande, it's Tyrande. We have Random Engineer on the Varian. We do have Heathen Dawn on Tassadar. No, that's Omarji on Tassadar. Heathen Dawn will be on the Chromie. And then Smackloud will be playing the Blaze. StarCraft and Warcraft team coming out on the Diablo map. They are the, They are the Soldiers of Strife. They are hard stuck support group. Give me a second. I was having trouble when I was trying to think of H words. I'm like, the Heraldry of Havoc. I guess I could have used that. Tibbus Jet is going to be coming out and playing the Johanna. We do go and have MVP on the Zul Jin. Venus once again on Dread Lady Jaina. We do go and have a Rackham onto the Stukov. And then Aaron on that their Zul coming out here. They are the Dominion of Desolation. They are CM Daybreak. We do have Blaze versus Zul up in the top lane. Everyone in the top lane, ba-da-da-da. They're kind of insane, da-da-da-da. Okay, Blaze is coming down. Blaze is trying to double soak. Might be running into a whole troop of trouble in a second. Does not want to move out in the lane. I do not blame them. Here comes Zul. Zul says, oh, you took all my soak. Okay, fine. I'm just going to push the heck out of this wall. Swiftly swipe. Meanwhile, here is this. Varian is in there, but Varian's not a real boy yet. Varian has to get to level 4 in order to really be more than a big old minion. Although a lot of damage, and we do have Zul Jin being the first to go down. Massive stun comes out. We do go ahead and have this moving forward, and that's going to be a triple kill for the side of Hardstuck support group. We do have Unstoppable comes out, goes ahead and saves the Johanna, but no one else is saved. Also, I just want to point out that we, oh no, Blaze just came down here. I was like, do we have Blaze as a main tank again? Is that a thing? But moving through here, we do go ahead and have Tempest Jet leading the way, going out and getting this cleared. Surprisingly enough, I actually kind of figured they would go for their opponent's camp over here. But no, they just go for their own. They're like, let's not get greedy. We went ahead, we got about a half-level lead off of, like, just almost wiping the enemy team. Alright, now they're moving over here. There's Tempest Jet. Now keep in mind, they do have their level 4, so they do have Taunt available. Rackham takes a bunch of sand to the butt. But, we do have Venus. Venus is like, does someone say but? I am great at butts. And Venus comes in, but once again, there's Smackdown coming in with that just criminal charge. Syl goes ahead, gets a stun out, but will go ahead and pay with her life. This to 3-2, and just about even in experience overall. We have the Shrine activating. It will be an Arcane Punisher coming out of the top lane. About 5 seconds until the action begins. And here we go with everyone. We do go and have Zul moving forward, trying to go in and get this taken care of. They are trying to move in on that camp. Tassadar is not up here, and neither is Varian. So definitely, we should not see Hardstuck support group fighting too horrendously for this, at least until their tank arrives. Here comes Random Engineer, going ahead and going the aggressive side, trying to look for someone. There's the taunt onto Zul Jin. Lots of damage coming through, and that's going to be that taunt until he has Tazdingo is going to just absolutely decimate and destroy. Very, very hard to get out of Chromie damage when you can't move. Tazbingo. With that being said, we do gonna have Timus Jet moving out. We actually don't get that much, and it does like Zul'jin is back and just now arriving. Blaze goes down. That's going to give a momentary advantage over the side of CM Daybreak, who are moving back on there. Winus goes ahead and just slaughters skeletons left and right. Someone must have told Venus this was the bone zone because he's all in up here right now. Love you, Venus. And it looks like we will have the Arcane Punisher coming out in the service of CM Daybreak in just a moment. They only need 3 left. Their opponents need 30. So, not much of a contest there. Blaze is already double soaking, trying to go ahead and get ahead. I'm surprised we haven't seen... Okay, yeah, there goes the Zul down to do the same. Big leaps going through. MVP tries to go forward and go and knock axes over the wall. Not quite able to do it yet. He's up to 3 stacks of the quest. Jaina up to about a third of the way done with Frostbite. We do have Lunar Blaze coming out of the Tyrande at level 1. And then Loss of Hope is going to be on the Johanna. Fingers of Frost. Frosty Digits coming out of the Jaina. There's MVP knocking things down. SmackDown's in a lot of trouble trying to get out of here, having a hard time getting out. We do got being pulled back into the Blizzard. Okay, honestly, show of hands. Back when Warcraft 2 came out, who thinks that they gave the mages Blizzard just because the company name was Blizzard? Lots of experience gobbled up. We do have a level 10 on the side of CM Daybreak. Once again, staying about a little ahead of their opponents in terms of levels. We are going to go ahead and see Massive Shove, Blessed Shield, Ring of Frost, Skeletal Mages, and Taz Bingo coming out of the Daybreakians. Well, Zul is just pushing no matter what. Bye-bye, Fort. Aww. Did I hear the... I thought I heard the kiss when the, like, thing hit. I think that's... Is Tyrande on that skin? I think she was. Okay, she is. So that's why I heard a little... Smackloud in the back doing a lot of damage. Getting very, very low, down to about 30% health, I think. Taz Bingo has not been used yet. There it goes. A little bit of a surprising temporal loop to come out. Oh, but the Chromie does get the Stukov. Stukov was trying to run to safety and did not find it. We do have a Shrine activating before Stukov will come back, so this will give it an advantage over to the side of this Mortar Punisher for the side of a Hardsuck support group. Alright, Random Engineer takes a bunch of damage, as does the Johanna. Johanna moves back. I'm surprised they move that aggressively when they don't have their healer. Like, you know... I say you know you're not going to do well, but apparently MVP says, hey, you know what? Shut the heck up. I'm going to do amazing. So yeah, somehow or other, despite being outnumbered 4-3, we do go ahead and have CM Daybreak takes out 3 of their opponents, only losing the Jaina. I'm really thankful for Venus. Venus always gives me a lot of footage to use in order to show him dying, even in games where he does well. I'm appreciative. Alright, they do 39 this, so they will go ahead and finish it. They're like, well, we could go for this camp, but you know what, we're just going to take the mortar. The Mortar Punisher is the worst one to fight with, but the best one to push with. Because here's the thing, it is the most damaging of the Punishers, but its stuff is super, super telegraphed and it's easy to avoid. However, buildings cannot avoid its attacks because, well, they don't move. So it won't help you kill the enemy team, but my god, does it help you knock buildings down? And there goes the second fort of the game. Second fort also being lost for Heartsuck support group. We do have CM Daybreak with a 2-fort lead. Aaron goes ahead. Looked like they were moving up on Blaze, but then they decided, interesting. They just sort of like abandoned their immortal and are going to try for the hat trick. Full hat trick this time. Not Fez tricking, not bandana tricking. I do think Fez is a little bit more rolls off the tongue. Oh, but there's a double stun coming out. We have the Tassadar wall going out. We do have the Jaina tries to go ahead and hold them in place, and that is going to be a 1-for-1. But Tempest Jet is standing inside the Starfall, a lot going down. We do have Blaze going through, and Sukov's not going anywhere. Blaze? Like, I appreciate you getting the stun, but you are aware that you have no health, right? How's Bingo? Boop. And that's going to be a 3-for-3. Massive, massive, massive slaughter fest coming out here, but not going to go ahead and actually win anything. Please be careful, the blue team is in the area. I don't know if they're actually going to try and take this, like, check this. Because honestly, Tempest is going to take like 8,000 years in order to take this camp. Actually doing faster than I thought they would. But here comes Varian to check. Too little too late, my friend. I wish you would have checked that camp, my friend. Frozen Punisher will be in mid lane. There is still a fort here, at least for the time being, but we'll see how long that lasts. That's a big old blizzard. Venus, you actually took... Yeah, cast range of 75% and radius by 30%. Took Stormfront. Also does go have a Numbing Blast. What I'm noticing is that Venus's like Jaina build is basically just like make all my stuff bigger. Girth matters. Venus said it, not me. Don't get mad at me. So in about 30 seconds, we will have the Frozen Punisher able to be fought over. Both teams are up. They are the same talent tier, so neither team wants to extend too far. We do have Chromie moving back, not letting this move in. Alright, there is Joe in the back line. Skeletal Mages come out, kind of like stopping a retreat from Varian. There is the massive shove. A lot of ults being used real quick. Varian down to about 50% health, and we are up to 14 skeletal minions. We're going to have the Tastar trying to get stuff done. Random Engineer down to about 30%, and about 20% health. No one else having taken significant damage just yet. Alright, thank you for taking for the raid with Peldor. We are currently here in game number 2. About halfway through, we do have all the forts down for Heartsuck support group. The underdog CM Daybreak has just gone ahead and gotten a Frozen Punisher and is starting to advance towards the end goal, trying to go ahead and blast through this. This is the best one to fight with. It turns off base defenses. It reaches your opponents. It's just really good. Alright, here goes the Punisher has fallen. They do not quite get the keep. The keep is not getting taken just yet. Here goes everyone else moving back. Alright, we do have a black hole moving through. A lot of damage going on to Varian. Oh, the massive shove actually saves Varian's life. I think they thought that would go for the kill, but it didn't quite do it. And Venus goes down one more time. One more time. Right, this is a great moment. Both Blaze and Zool have left to go in and get that double soak, trying to push their teams closer and closer to 20, but this is a defensive battle for the side of CM Daybreak. Heartsec support group are, like, they realize that they've lost all of their forts. They have slight disadvantage in catapult pressure in all 3 lanes, so they need to go ahead and, ride this momentum, try and get this turned around, and turn around they do. Unkillable comes out onto the Zool Jin. Very, very nice massive shove away. I'm a bit surprised the Chromie didn't try and time loop the Zool Jin. Because that's the thing, time loop should have taken effect right around the time it was going to wear off. So many close calls for CM Daybreak. I know you don't belong. I have songs stuck in my head. I apologize. Oh, interesting. Nice flank though, because they kind of predicted that the massive shove would come out, but the flank coming from SmackCloud moves through, stuns Stukov out of that. A lot of damage does come through. We go ahead and Blaze getting into the bunker. Oh, Omar might be in a bit of trouble, might be in a spot of trouble. Trying to get out of there. Random Engineer does go ahead. We do have Venus activates the Ice Block, avoids a lot of damage. Level 20 is online for the side of CM Daybreak. They are going to go ahead and pick up top off. Cold Hand of Death, Amani Resilience. Blinded by the Light. Blinded by the Light. And then Cold Snap. Thank you very much for the follow, Leonhardt. I like your name because I'm a Final Fantasy VIII fangirl. It's very, very close to the Squall Lionheart. I do have 8 down. Looks like Tibishet is looking. There is a root coming down onto Varian. Blaze is not with them, but a lot of damage goes down. Oh, never mind. That's Zool. Zool's just cutting himself. Lots of damage coming through. Oh, nice. Massive. The cold snap comes down, goes ahead and catches everyone. Big damage, but no actual kills. Down about 50% on most of the team. The team is a little bit split as Varian comes in from the bottom. Lots of damage coming down. Varian cannot get out of this blizzard. Down to about 20% health, but there goes the JoJo. There goes Zool Jin, and Zool goes down. This is a 4-person team wipe. They're able to move forward. They're able to go ahead and secure this, and going to be coming down bottom lane with a Frozen Punisher at their heels. However, we do go and have a Shaman Camp is riding through the top. No one going to respond. No, never mind. We do have Blaze. Blaze does come back to deal with that because they realize that Shaman Camp is bad news. Bad Leroy Brown.
Blue team has summoned a mortal.
Now here's a question for players that are better than me. Could they have just won there? Like, if they just, like, ditched the, objective, could they have just run up here, gone through the keep, and attacked the core? Like, obviously I know they could have. I'm not sure they would have actually gotten the core down before everyone came back. But there goes the keep. Punisher is down to about 75% at this point. We also do have a camp pushing into mid right here. But the action is at the core. We're going to stay there. We have a Venus moving back, not taking extra damage there. Double stun comes down onto the forces of CM Daybreak. They are moving forward. Timus Jet has no health, and actually no health at this point. That is 2 down. I think this may be the end of the game. So it looks like we are unlocking a game number 3 in just a second. Rackham goes ahead and gets Stukov. We do have Blaze going down, the Pyrrhic victory as the core falls. And game number 2 does go in favor of Hard Stuck support group. So, looking at stats, we do have, in terms of damage, this time the damage is not neck and neck. Heathen Dawn comes out with almost 20,000 more damage than Venus. 78,000 versus 60,000. Obviously, Omar G coming in the middle with 64,000. In terms of healing, we do have almost a dead heat. Rackham barely beating out Taronda, but here's the thing. Syl, my goodness, hats off to you, because Taronda is not known for being a healing-based you don't take the Taronda for big heals, you take Taronda for utility, and she also has a decent bit of healing. So the fact that Taronda is keeping up with Stukov that well, ooh la la. Especially considering how much more there was for the red team to heal. Just saying. And then in terms of experience, we do have Zul slightly out soaking the Blaze, 23,000 versus 20,000. Talents, you know we gotta look at talents. We talked about them during the game some, but here they are. Copy them down, take them to Stormleague, get all of the epic adventure and all of the epic victories under your belt. And I will see you for the rubber match, game number 3, and the decider of who moves forward in this playoff division. Don't you dare go anywhere. I will find you.
Life was quiet all around. Cute little island, nice and non-violent. But everything turned upside down when a new guy came to town. We got along, he showed me ways to craft and test things that cut intestines. Said we could party at his place all the holidays. It's just what I need. The one thing was clean. You're right on my mind. I've only heard words to rescue the pain. The line of friendship shifts through 2 dimensions. 2 puzzle pieces, each other's extensions. Fishing rods, big freaking guns. Held it together, we are one. Our roads collide on eternal horizons. A wild ride, every turn is surprising. We rip and tear until it's done. Then head back home and have some fun. Together we are. Together we are.
I knew that I wanted to start Blizzard the day that I graduated, and I took these guys and started to show them the vision I had. We could try and do something, a little different.
Welcome to the first non-Diablo map of the evening. Oh, wow. I didn't actually expect to be back on camera. Let me make sure I'm not being lewd. There is a bracket for playoffs. Unfortunately, it's difficult to actually show on screen. But just to look at it real quick, this is round 1 of the playoffs. This is currently the 7th place CM Daybreak going up against the 2nd place Hardstuck support group. The winner of this match will go on and fight whoever wins between the 3rd place Smoke and the 6th place Heavy Greg. And then obviously the winner of that will move on to the finals and beat whoever's on the other side of the bracket. The only thing that's happened in this division so far, this is Division C East, by the way. Only thing that happened so far is that Region Rebel, the 4th place team, did fall 2-0 to the 5th place Cho'Gahl Rescue Rangers. Hashtag spoilers, sorry. We do go and have Stukov being banned out, as well as the Vala. CM Daybreak, why don't you let Vala... I even showed a Vala tarot card. You guys are rude, crude, and socially unacceptable. We do have the Gazlo, the Gaz Lord, coming out. It does look like CM Daybreak is finally getting their first pick. They have been denied it every single time. They were denied it first because their opponents automatically won the coin flip. They were denied it the second game because, well, they went and won. But now they have it. All the holidays. And Leoric is the ban? Does that mean they're looking at Blaze again? Because that's definitely 2 things that went together. Name a more perfect pairing than Leoric plus versus Blaze. There's actually a lot of them. If you're Blaze, not so many if you're Leoric. Okay, and it does look like Tempest has said, you know what, yeah, you ban Leoric, that means you want Blaze, we're going to take Blaze from you. But are they playing into their trap?
For the frozen throne!
There's the Anu Barak, as well as Chromie. So it looks like we got fire versus sand and bugs. I honestly think sand and bugs are a pretty good pairing. In any places dilapidated and a lot of dirt is getting in, you're also gonna have a lot of bugs. So Nubarak and Chromie do feel like they would be a strong team. But who goes with fire? We didn't start the fire. So far we have the lad, Anduin making it through for the first time. Anduin has been banned out every single series, I think. We've not seen the lad show up, but the King of Stormwind is here. Rackham is unsheathing, what is the name of the sword? Is it Charlemagne? It's not Charlemagne, but it's something close to that. And then Johanna is being played by Aaron. With Junkrat being banned out. They do see their opponents have actually taken a offlaner, a healer, and a tank. So they have to ban a DPS, and there's a lot of DPS to choose from. I'm a bit surprised they didn't ban the Jaina, just because Weena seems to really, really, really like Jaina. Though at the same time, I mean, not to call anyone out, but Venus may be a little bit more pickable. We'll say that. We do go in and have the Tyrande coming out. And by coming out, I mean being banned out, so she can't come out. So Brightwing is being picked up by Syl. And we do have the Hogger. Hogger got banned out last time, so we'll have Hogger going into Blaze. That's a pretty good pairing. TBQH. This is Alterac as well, so Hogger just has extra bonus, because Hogger just takes the mercenary camps like nobody's beeswax. It's ridiculous. And then we do have, okay, actually, it looks like Venus has decided not. We decided if I'm going to be too far forward and get picked off, at least I'll be someone that is dangerous when they're too far forward. So Greymane will eat your face off, and we do have Li Ming coming out being like, I'm the mage now. Li Ming gonna go ahead and come out and get that taken care of. Here is the last pick. We do need one more DPS on the side of Hardstock support group. Who are you gonna bring to us? Who are you gonna show off? We're gonna double bruiser. That is always a possibility.
Logical decision.
We got the little aperture with the pacifier. I'm gonna stop doing that. One of my teammates really hates baby talk, but he's literally got a pacifier. Like you can't blame me for that. It's not my fault. But here we go. Moving into game number 3. Get your predictions up. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell me who you think will win this series. Who you think will move forward and fight in the next round in the semifinals. And yet, HOTS never stops. NGS does not actually stand for Nexus Gaming Series. It stands for Never Gonna Stop. All right, coming into game number 3, the rubber match, and the match that decides all of the burritos. We have SmackLoud playing Abathur. I have not cast Abathur like the entire season. This is very exciting. Omar G coming out here on the Hogger. Syl on the Brightwing. We do go in and get Heathen Dawn. Heather Dawn? No. Playing the Chromie, and then Random Engineer will be on the Nubarak. They are Hardstock support group, your blue team, and the representatives of the Alliance. Meanwhile, representing the Horde, we have Anduin, the King of Stormwind, is being played by Arachem. MVP is going to be on the Li Ming. We do have Aaron on Blaze. We do have Venus coming out here onto the Greymane, another great and famous Horde hero. And Tempest Jet will be playing the Johanna. Here comes everyone else, moving up, moving down, moving all around. It's like nobody's up here. Oh no, Abathur is up here. Abathur's not actually up here. Abathur is lying to us. Abathur's actually right here. Smack loud. Was Abathur scared? Oh no, that's the animation. For some reason I thought he like got into his little blankie whenever he infested someone. Is that different? I don't recognize that animation. Fun fact, if anyone doesn't know, Abathur was originally conceived as being the Overmind and being an immortal hero that kind of like empowered other people. But in the end, they just found a hero that you couldn't actually like just sat back at base and couldn't defend itself. To be a little bit unmanageable. Like you had to put it in Call of Storms, in which case it was literally like there was no counter, it just took too much away, so they made Abathur instead. Yeah, that's what I'm used to seeing. Oh, Brightwing goes ahead and gets chastised. Anduin does not like the Fairy Dragon, which means Anduin has bad taste. MVP down here, down to about 50% health, but does look like the Hogger moved away. Hogger went back here to pick this up, most likely. 39 seconds on it. And 20... Oh, actually, I'm surprised that we actually had Team Daybreak get that first, because Hogger just takes it so fast. I actually thought Random was going to take a lot of damage. I forgot that Random just spawns beetles every time they use an ability. Did they actually take that talent? It sure looked like it. No? Okay, there was just a lot of beetles that showed up. I know they spawned like, there's that baseline? Is the talent one that just spawns it periodically regardless? Oh yeah, it is the baseline. They just show up on every ability. For some reason I got it backwards. I was thinking that it was a, Oh, let me go find out. So Heathen Dawn is, by all means, ask any questions you want. Heathen Dawn is playing Chromie, the Sand Maid. Chromie is actually a dragon, but just likes being a gnome. The cool thing about Chromie is that Chromie actually unlocks her abilities 2 levels early. Very, very, very famous, very long-range abilities. You have to kind of predict where your opponents are because there's a delay on all your stuff. You will go and see Chromie like calling blasts of sand to fall on the battlefield in like a line, and also big long blasts that go around. A little bit easier for Chromie to like stay back and be safe because of how long range. But needless to say, in a gnome body, Chromie has like no health, so it has to be a little bit difficult. We do have the Hawk goes in and gets some people knocked back. Big damage. We do have Anduin goes ahead and pulls Venus out of the fire. If you're new, just to give you an idea, Abathur is someone you really need to know. The way Abathur works is that Abathur infests other heroes on his team, gives them extra abilities. So every once in a while, you might see a little like bug hat show up on one of the blue team members' heads, like that. And that is Abathur. You've got little like spines that shoot out of them, and like the big carapace that comes up, extra armor. But that does mean you have 1 less person on the field, so there's only 4 health bars out here, which is the problem. Abathur is a little bit weaker early game. At level 10, all the heroes unlock their like special abilities. Level 8 for Chromie, because Chromie cheats. That's why you'll just see Abathur sitting here like the whole game. But believe me, Abathur's not AFK, they are helping. So right now, both sides are trying to go ahead and free their prisoners. Whichever prisoner is free will like ride out from their core and just siege all 3 lanes at once. Only one set can be freed. I don't think this is the official lore, but apparently whenever one set side frees their prisoner, they just go ahead and kill the prisoners that they're holding. Because you will never, like, they're just gone now. Yeah, you should move back, Tempest. So here we have the Wolf Riders of the Horde riding out down each lane. They do go ahead and they speed up any minions they come across. So these guys will suddenly start running real fast as soon as he gets here. And there's one in every lane. So they go ahead and push really, really, really hard. You do extra damage if you're within that damage like circle around them. And they're going to go ahead and try and move forward. Ultimately, the object of this game is going to be to knock down the keep and the fort in order to gain access to the core here. The core is invulnerable as long as all 3 keeps are up. If one of the keeps goes down, you start being able to do damage to it. Oh. Blaze, you killed yourself a Abathur. So there goes the top keep. Once one of the keeps goes down, each keep that is up, as long as, you know, at least one is down, gives the boss 20% damage reduction. So obviously if 2 keeps are up, then the boss has 40% damage reduction. 1 keep up, 20%, and then if all keeps are down, it takes full damage. Lastly, on this map, and only on this map, the cores will heal. So if you don't kill the core and you leave, then the core will heal itself back up to full. Anyone that is a World of Warcraft fan, this is based on the Alterac Valley Battleground. So you have these big ice giant bosses up here. Also, and I realize I'm over-explaining, but if we got a new person here, the other big thing to know about this game, if you haven't played it before, unlike other games of a similar genre, the teams do level together. Experience gained for 1 is given to everyone. So it's really important that you have people in every lane in order to get the game. But I gotta shut up right now because Anduin is in a web wrap. Anduin is in a lot of trouble right now. He's going to get polymorphed, is trying to get out of there. Rackham taking huge amounts of damage. Sand is falling. We've got a lot of stuff going in. He just can't get away. He can't get away. And that is going to be Anduin going down. Going to be down for 25 seconds before he respawns back at the Hall of Storm. Anubarak, the Beetle King, went ahead and got that. Does go in here. It looks like while that was happening, Blaze, Aaron moved up, but Blaze is going to have a hard time getting out of here, trying to go ahead and survive this. Everyone is collapsing up onto them, but Blaze goes ahead and moves up, trying to go ahead and get out of here. Let me zoom back out. There are also no items in this game. Everything is about these talents you can see at the bottom of the screen. Because, in the words of Ecoraptor, what is the difference between going out, like, getting last hits in order to get gold, in order to get experience that makes you stronger, and then going back to base in order to buy items to further enhance your strength that you gained by going out there, and... Oh, that was interesting. And going out there, getting, like, being around, getting experience to get stronger, and then as you go up in levels, gaining extra abilities to further increase your strength. The answer is about 2 minutes. Here's the Storm does not make you go back to base. It's just like, yo, here's your power. So once again, we do go ahead and have CM Daybreak with as the Horde going ahead and laying siege to this. Hogger is bouncing back and forth like the world's greatest ping pong ball. The way Hogger works, he's like basically a Tasmanian devil. He has an ability that just spins in a straight line for about maybe that far. But the thing is, if he hits something, he bounces, and the amount of time he can spin resets. So as long as he can set himself up to keep bouncing off of walls, he can go indefinitely. Here is the battle going through. Now, we do have a level 10 at this point. Although Li Ming is not up here, this is definitely a bad fight for CM Daybreak. Venus goes ahead, tries to roll out of there, does go ahead and cloak. There's a lot of damage onto Heathen Dawn, trying to go ahead and get out of there. Down to about 190 health, but not going to go down just yet. Venus does try and get out of here. Omar is looking for this. MacLeod just barely misses Venus. They're like, get back here, I want to kill you. But no, Venus will deny them. And we do have, once again, another set of Wolf Riders coming out of the core. Big defense right here. Oh, Omar G took a lot of damage from Li Ming. Was trying to be in a good place to bounce anywhere, but Li Ming just started pegging them with spells. Li Ming is almost like the other version of Chromie, also a long-range caster. The big difference is that if Li Ming kills someone, all of their cooldowns immediately reset. And so I would say they're a lot more like bursty, but a lot less consistent. because all of their abilities are more easily dodged. Like Chromie's abilities are faster, so it's a lot. Oh my gosh, Anduin, you troll! Rackham pulled Venus back in there before the fort disengaged, and so Venus was almost out and getting like smashed by the fort. Like cannonballs were just flying into him, and then just as he was getting out of range, Anduin yanked him back in, but the fort hadn't actually refocused yet, and almost killed Venus. So we do go and now you can see he's no longer invulnerable. He has now 2 armor squares. So he does have 40 armor. You can see it right here. So anytime he takes damage, he will take 40% less damage than the attack is actually supposed to do. That can again be knocked, as these get knocked down, the armor plates will fall off. You can win, but you just have to basically come in and do 140% his health and damage all in one go. So here comes Old Man Winter. Even got a snowball. Alright, we do go and have... Oh, Li Ming is taken out almost immediately. Does go down. We do go and have Venus. Venus trying to get Cell. Brightwing is going to go down to Venus, but there's more cannonballs falling onto Venus's butt. And we do go and have the Burrow. Random Engineer going to go ahead and knock the werewolf down. But here is the boss. The boss is here in order to do massive damage. Knocking down these towers. Big old two-handed club being held in one hand. Snowball has not been thrown just yet. But just wait, it will be. There's a big old rash smash coming from the boss. There's the snowball, goes in and hits Heathen Dawn, goes in and slows them down, and it looks like they will not quite get the fort with this. But damage onto this is almost permanent. I say almost because Abathur does actually have a mule he can call down to heal it. I would not be surprised if we saw it falling in just a second. I don't know if it's off cooldown yet. Yeah, okay, it's about 40 seconds left. But it does look like we've got the blue team. Oh no, we did have, as they ran away, we did have CM Daybreak go ahead and start channeling another prison camp. He's taken back because they're like, we don't have all of our people, we're not going to fight this. Ten seconds. I want to catch the mule, it's cute. This is why I'm not the best caster in the world, because I literally am like, I want to... Oh. We do have the... Oh, nice. Stasis comes out. Slightly mistimed on that, because Heathen is going to come through, but there's the Chastise. Obviously could not move while they were in stasis. They just didn't take any damage. But it looks like Heathen Dawn will survive this. They will survive. A lot of ults were used to try and take Heathen Dawn down, and will... Nothing doing. Still nothing. I want to catch that stupid mule. Oh, Smackloud? Wait, oh, that was the Abathur clone Smackloud? I was like, what just happened? Still nothing. I want to keep checking you guys. I want to catch the cute little mule. Alright, lots of damage go through. That will get taken back automatically. Aaron does go in and gets pulled up by the Anduin. Venus is in the middle of the entire enemy team. Random Engineer got super low. We do go on and have MVP trying to go ahead and stop this. Just have to avoid the falling sand. And now that it's been channeled, it's going to be a lot more difficult. A little bit of a siege battle going on between Heathen Dawn and MVP. Nice orb that goes through. So here's the thing about Li Ming. Li Ming has taken the orb build. You can see all of these orbs. So Triumvirate means that if it hits a hero after traveling at least 50%, you almost immediately get another orb to throw. Zai's Vengeance increases orbs damage by 30% and reduces the cooldown. So even more orbs. And then more increased distance. We do have a double kill coming out. Li Ming is trapped in a web. She is slowly clawing her way out, and there she comes out. Smackloud comes through. They've almost got this taken care of, but Smackloud may go down for it. That's not really Smackloud. Smackloud is the Abathur, but no, they do go and get this channel, and the Ram Rider will not escape. 3 people went down in that fight. There's the mule. We found it. Guys, it's the mule. Little mule, mule, repairing the building. Little mule, mule. Some people get really mad about the fact that Abathur's a Zerg hero, so why does he have mule? And to those of you that say that, I say, shut up. It's adorable.
You'll never get me out of this bunker, heathens!
So they are going to wisely say, I don't want to push middle lane. I'm going to go up to top, because top is the one that is the most pushed. Because they do want to... trying to attack into the boss with 40% damage reduction is very, very difficult to win. A lot of teams end up throwing, so the general rule on this map is you always need to take at least 2 keeps before you really try and commit to a win. So right now, the boss is taking damage. You can see its health at the top of the screen. It should not really be in danger from a single core when it has 40% damage resistance. But there was a massive light bomb goes off. We do go ahead and have the clone is already gone, I believe. Siege bunker was dropped by Blaze, goes ahead and lets them safely go through. But there's a big polymorph. Venus gets pulled out by the Anduin at the last second. There's a stun coming through. Hogger trying to get this done. Venus goes in, goes for slashes with his big old claws, and that is the second keep down. So this guy only has 1 thing down. He got very, very low, but you can see his health going back up because he does heal over time. However, this is the problem. As this goes down, it's going to be really, really, really difficult for Heartstock support group. You know, even though they'll all be up, even though it's be difficult to run in while they're all there, they will have continual catapult pressure coming through. And there that goes. So yes, every single... You got this Reaver minion comes out and just has gobs of hit points, so they're just going to continuously be pushing into every single lane. So it's going to end up being that Heartstock support group cannot leave any lane unattended. Heartstock is going to go ahead and take bottom boss in order to be able to kind of push into their opponents, but sensing this, we do go ahead and have CM Daybreak moving directly up to top boss. So it does look like they're just going to ignore bottom boss. Bottom boss will take this fort, should get stopped at the keep, but the boss represents a very, very, very real kill pressure coming down the top lane. There's no damage resistance, and that might be enough to shift the odds in the favor of CM Daybreak. They are currently up 8 kills to 4. Although, as I say that, lots of damage comes through. Unstoppable is on Tempest Jet. Tempest Jet is going to go down in just a second, I think. Oh my gosh, Venus has no health whatsoever. I don't know how this man survived. I'm pretty sure it's illegal. So they will go and get this taken care of. They do have to go back and deal with the boss. As mentioned, the bottom fort went down. This boss is down about 50% up here. But while this is going on, we do have another Alliance or Horde camp being taken by the, well, Horde. Alliance prison camp being taken by the Horde. There we go. That's probably correct English. Once again, we do have this guy healing right back up. Health bar is just moving back up to max. This is going to be a retreat from the side of CM Daybreak. Here's the thing, they can somewhat slow play this. All 3 lanes do go in the favor of their opponents. Keep in mind, the boss pushed all the way to here. And already we've just got a double Reaver just starting to push out against the map. So all they really have to do is play it safe, poke, don't let their opponents get the camp. But here's Heartstock support group. They are on the front foot. They've gone ahead and pushed their opponents. They've gotten some kills. Stasis does prevent the light bomb from really getting that. Venus is on top of the Hogger. Hogger going back and forth, but Venus is super, super, super low. And there is a Nubrak. A Nubrak goes in and burrows, kills off Venus. That is an advantage for Heartstock support group. They are looking forward. They are trying to ride this in there. There is the pullout from Anduin. They are running underneath the tower. Cannon fire is hitting their entire team. But they do have the advantage right now, and they're able to start pushing back. However, here you get double Reaver Minion coming down the top lane. This is going to be a problem very, very, very soon. However, thankfully, they do get the camp, and the Ram Riders will be coming out in just a second. That should clear up the lanes. So this is perfectly timed for Heartstock. So this will get cleaned up, thankfully. And he can start healing up one more time. One more time. We are about 17 seconds away from Venus returning. I love how I say about, and then I give you an exact measurement of time. So this will definitely help with the lane pressure. You know, taking these down will mean there's some Reaver minions coming out on your own side. Oh, and Rackham gets attacked by Random Engineer. We do have Rackham going down, but it looks like... Oh, not Rackham. We do have a new Rack going down. Rackham does move back and doesn't actually die. This is really bad. They cannot die here. Because their core is exposed. If they die, the entire enemy team is just going to run across and kill their guy. Their mans will get manded. We do go and have them moving up top, seeing Omar up here, and then also trying to save this fort. They know there's, like, the bottom fort is already gone. It got taken by the boss. The top fort is defendable. With 4 people up, they can continue to kind of defend. Because obviously if you go for boss, the boss itself is kind of like a 5th person. So it's a dangerous prospect. They are looking to get another boss running down the lane, though. Oh, I say that the boss isn't up for 30 seconds. This boss is also not up for 30 seconds.
Face me in my fortress if you dare.
Our cavalry sacrifice will not be in vain.
Oh, they actually did knock this down. So yes, the Horde General is exposed. Still, it does have 40% damage reduction, but we can at least do damage to him now. We, of course, being Heartstock, I'm not in the game, in case that was confusing. It's always hard for me not to inherently root for the blue team, because it's the blue team. When we play HOTS, blue is your team. So here's the thing, everyone is up. If they respond to this, and it looks like they're thinking about it, Random Engineer's moving up here. The boss is down to 50%. They are on their way. It's going to be Omar and a Heathen are running a little bit late, I fear. He smack got on there, but does go down, and the boss is taken by CM Daybreak. We do go and have the Unstoppable Hogger bouncing around, bouncing everywhere. We do go and have Venus a little bit low. There's the battle going on. This is all or nothing. This is flag or fail. We do have Still go down. They are lost their healer. We do have Anduin goes in and pulls Venus out of danger, and there goes Hogger. Heathen Dawn goes ahead and gets smashed by Blaze. Big old glop from an anime convention goes through and just crushes her little gnome body, and that is going to be 4 members from Heartstock support group. This should be the end of the game. I'm sorry to say. I know that some of you are rooting for Heartstock, but I do not see a way for this boss to survive. The core to survive. There's a boss coming down, as well as 5 very angry members of CM Daybreak. And with that, we do have with a 2-1 victory. Heartstock support group does win game number 3 and takes the series. They will be moving forward in the playoffs. Let me see if I can get a interview. The screen will go dark. Don't freak out. All right. And I've gone ahead and asked them for an interview. While I wait to see if anyone will be joining me, I do go ahead and have, looking at the stats, we do have the number one damage is Heathen Dawn, comes out with 101,000 damage, 80,000 coming from Lee Ming, and hello, Rackham is joining me.
Rocker, how are you on this fine Thursday evening?
Well, I'm doing pretty well, but granted, I got the easy chair.
Man, after that third game, I think Venus and I both need some therapy, because I pulled him and almost killed him, and then he dove in after I pulled him. It was definitely all the emotions that third game, but it worked out in the end.
Yeah, I do have to ask, what happened? Because I was totally watching Venus like running out and almost dead, and then you're like, come back here. You're not almost dead enough.
No, okay. Venus had the same reaction, but I took the talent to give him a heal on the pull, and I did the math in my head, and I thought if I let him go, he's going to die. His only hope is for me to bring him back and give him that tiny little heal. It was probably the wrong call, but that's what was going on in my little tiny pea brain at the time, and it worked, so I'm going to say it was okay. But yeah, I am going to go back and watch that and see just how low he was and how much he got healed for. But he was also questioning that as well.
I mean, I just thought you were like, you know what? I really like Limbo, and so, Venus, how low can you go?
No. My job is to keep everyone alive. Sometimes the Yandorn works in mysterious ways, but it worked. We got to win, so everything is good. All is gravy.
So I do have to ask, and granted, this is a very lopsided question, but, what was your strategy in that series? Did you kind of come in here with a specific battle plan for each map, or were you very reactionary?
So we didn't have anything specifically that we wanted to do on each map. I mean, we have some heroes that we play better. Like, for example, on the last map, Ming, Altruck Pass is good for throwing orbs to the point, that kind of thing. But most of our preparation was going into looking at what Heartstock Support Group did in their previous matches and the heroes that we thought we needed to get rid of. I believe we banned Vala and Gazlo the first time we played them in week 4. And it looks like they'd still been playing them successfully. So we were like, "Yep, win or lose, we're not going to let them beat us with those heroes." So it's more about matchups like that. We don't have a lot in the way of map dependent strategies, at least not that I'm willing to reveal on stream.
Okay. I'm going to interpret that as you do have a secret strategy that you stuck to, and it led you to victory. Only because before game number 2, I pulled a tarot card, and it was the tarot card for like sticking to your guns and not deviating for what you have in mind. And clearly, the tarot is always correct.
There you go. I'm not sure I would put a lot of stock in that, but whatever it takes to get us a win, that's fine.
I will also say it was the Vala tarot card, and then you banned Vala, and I was very offended.
Well, I apologize if I let down the Twitch viewing public.
But with that being said, let's go back to game number 1. So, game number 1, you guys kind of got caught on having to pick maps a lot, and you seem to really, really gravitate towards the Diablo maps. Is that just a aesthetic thing, or what made you pick those maps?
Just that those are maps that we played well all season. I was actually surprised with us picking the map because no coin flip in the playoffs. They get first hero pick. I was surprised that we were going to get one of those 2 maps because those are typically our better maps. The second game we did not play like it. There's a lot of stuff I'd like to go back and review, specifically with my play. I don't think I had a great Sukov game, but we haven't played Battlefield for a while because it's been banned against us, but we got a chance to play it. I'm like, yeah, we're 3-0 there. Let's go. Battlefield of Eternity it is. And we didn't get a great race there, but so we said, okay, well, 2 ways to play this map. One of them is to race. One of them is to prevent the other team from racing because they're dead. So we took plan B, and it seemed to work.
All right, makes sense. Looking at Battlefield specifically, you definitely did, I would say that was probably the most successful of the maps that was played. Obviously, it was not one-sided, but it definitely felt like you had the advantage the whole map. So, what was your strategy going in? And also, what led to Venus going from... I know I'm completely changing questions here, but I just thought of it. What led to Venus going Jaina the first 2 maps, and then suddenly going the exact opposite of Jaina in Game 3?
In our practices in Storm League. He's been really working on the Jaina lately, and it's just been really working for him. And we decided let's bring it out. So, I mean, it's no big strategy there. It's just something that we've been doing that feels good lately. So we decided we would continue and roll that into playoff round one. So it looks like we made the right call. I hope.
I mean, it was definitely a very, very like interesting looking game. I will say there was an awful lot of extremely good play of like pulling them back into blizzards and like just getting a lot more value than Jaina sometimes typically gets, because usually Blizzard only hits one, maybe two times, and you just would not let them leave.
Yeah, that's one of the things specifically we've called out with Venus's play with the team, is that we're doing a good job of not only getting the blizzard down, but convincing people to stay against their will inside the blizzard. But you make a really good point. If you hit one target with the blizzard, that's good. If you hit 2 or 3 targets and you get all 3 waves of the blizzard on them, that's really, really good. So that's what we've been focused on when we play with the Jaina lately, and we just did a good job of it tonight. So all the practice pays off.
Moving on to game number 2. Game number 2 started very well. I feel like the first one, they got the Punisher, but you almost wiped them. The second time you got the Punisher, but then right as it looked like you were about to like sweep the game, they just started pushing you back, and managing to, slowly turn the map against you. What did you do to kind of refocus going into game 3? And because I just know after you got all of their like forts down and were a keep down, and then they started pushing across the map and getting to your core, there must have been a little bit of like freak out happening.
Well, I think we realized as that game ended that was not the game we wanted to play. And I'll tip my hat to, I think it was Random Engineer on the Blaze, did a really, really good job of setting up everything. The taunt was good, but I thought the stuns, and then they threw a couple Hanzo errors on top of it. They did a really good job of putting the CC together. So, that's something we'd like to go back, and we'll probably be looking at that game before round 2, but you can't do that in the middle of a series. So one thing I'd like to say about this team, we started last season, though. We have Tiger left to go play in Division B because he's better than all of us, but we picked up Tempest, but we've kept the same vibe, and that vibe is we do not give up. You will never see this team get horribly rattled. Even if things go bad, we do a really good job of just, okay, that happened, learn from it, and let's move on to the next one. So I commend the entire roster, top to bottom. It's just it's a really, really good crew to run with, because there's no one's going to freak out, and you're going to come back the next game stronger. So well played, everyone. And then
Second to last question I have. Granted, this is me just being a very, very big lore person, but game 3 is on Alterac, you're on the Horde side, and so you draft Anduin and Greymane? What?
I don't even pay attention to whether we're on the Horde side or the Alliance side. All I know is we're on the blue side. So I'm sorry if I let everyone down, but those are the heroes we wanted to play there.
Oh no, it's completely fine. I'm a massive lore person, so I'm always paying attention to stuff like that. And then the last question, I've asked this before, but I always like to let people talk about it. What made you decide to call your team CM Daybreak?
So originally, back in the day, Venus and Tiger played on CM After Dark, and then we had some scuffling around, so they agreed to come in and play on my team, and I'm like, well, After Dark, what comes after dark? So I wanted to kind of keep the theme, so I thought, well, Daybreak. We had a couple other possibilities, but we voted, and then CM Daybreak was what we picked. And I don't know if anyone out there remembers the old Bloodbath and Beyond logo. The CM, the font those letters are in, I had the same designer do it. That's the font that we used for the BBP logo too. So there's a little bit of history there in a couple different ways. So
that's very interesting. And then my actual last question, because I thought of another one. So now that you've won this, you are going to move on and fight the winner between Smoke and Heavy Greg. Is there one of those teams you're more hopeful to fight, or one of them you'd prefer to avoid?
If I remember correctly, we beat Heavy Greg in the regular season. This is from memory, so Heavy Greg, if you did beat us and I'm getting this wrong, I apologize. But I think we beat them, and I think Smoke laid the wood to us pretty good. So, but I'm not going to say I want to play one of them more than the other. I mean, one of them we had a little bit more success against. One of them we owe a little bit of payback to. So, one thing we try not to do is focus on the opponent. We try and focus on what we're doing better. So we'll get back to the lab, get some practice in this week. I mean, we'll definitely look and see, who our upcoming opponent is and what they play, their tendencies, that kind of thing. But especially the last couple of weeks, we've just been focusing on doing the things that we do better. So we'll come out and when we bring our A game, I think we're going to be a hard team to beat.
All right. And then that's all the questions I had. Let me go and turn it over to you for any shout outs you might want to give.
So first and foremost, shout out to Hearthstone Support Group. That was one of the most intense matches I think I played in my entire NGS career. So nobody's hanging their heads after that. That was a really good game on both sides. So well played. Shout out, of course, to my team for pulling together and taking that exciting third game. Even though I'll, like I said, do some therapy after that, but we got to win. Shout out to Aura, who's not playing tonight, but she is our number one sub and number one fan, and she was out there and with us in spirit. So thank you, Aura. And shout out to the CM org, all the other people hanging out there watching the game. Appreciate it. And last shout out goes to you, Rocket, for casting us. So it's always a lot more fun to be able to go back and watch the cast and see if they're talking smack about you in Twitch chat. So thank you for taking the time and for all that you do. We all appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely, my pleasure. Also, thank you, everyone. I got distracted because I don't have alerts on, but people just started spamming the channel with money or with bits while I was doing this. So thank you very much, everyone. I
believe
you.
Since I was here too, I should get 50% of that. You and I can talk about that after the call, but I think we should come to some kind of an agreement about that.
I mean, we can talk about it after the call, but I'm going to tell you that no is very easy for me to say.
All right, well, there it is. No is an answer, I guess. Rocket drives a hard bargain, people. You heard it here.
So I'll go and let you enjoy the after party. I hope to catch you later in the season, but no promises. And
all
good
right.
luck in the rest of playoffs.
Thanks, appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
All right. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead. There is one more NGS game happening that's being cast by Eternal Blue. So let me go over there. Ha! I remembered it. I was like, it's not Eternal Blue, it's Eternally Blue, and there's a TV, I think. But look at me, it being awesome. Okay, Hype Train, go away. Go. I'm trying to raid Hype Train. Go, get out. It's like a Hype Train is close. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care. I would much prefer to be able to actually raid. What the hell? Freaking. Twitch, I hate you. How dare all of you support me and make me have to, tab out and manually find this stuff? Because it won't let me start the raid. The hype train is close. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't care. Let me raid, you stupid thing.